concerns this House in the press and in the public about this Parliament meeting in regions. Yesterday, when the LOP raised it, you guided that you're going to have a meeting and you communicate. I was on the news when our colleagues from northern Uganda had taken up from a different angle, completely from the angle of Parliament, to make it a bit tribal. Mr. Speaker, we are members of Parliament here. Whatever decision that goes on in your leadership, we need to be involved. Should we expect a proper motion before this House proposing the shifting or the hosting of this Parliament elsewhere beyond this House, so that we can have our own contribution, so that it's a session that members agreed here to do that? Mr. Speaker, the earlier the better. Mr. Speaker, when we leave this matter not brought here, and it is, I'm hearing meetings sitting over the same, so many things are going on over the same, a proper communication needs to come to this House so that the country knows the reasons why and the advantages. Everything needs to be communicated. Mr. Speaker, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Honorable colleagues, I also saw the exchanges in the media, which were unpleasant and really uncalled for. And also, that's why I usually say, when we are making statements, we should be very cautious. For example, I don't think we are spending 5 billion for the sitting, for the proposed sitting. Okay? No, and I read, is it 5 billion per day, so 20 billion, and now the public is saying that you stop those sittings so that we pay in turns, so that we place in turns. And I tell you some of the statements we make here. We open fire against ourselves indirectly. In this House, if we think some of us will go clean others, that it might end up all being, mixed up. But I will be, yes, I talked to the clerk. We are going to inform you formally as a House on, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday in the sitting here, and we shall guide you how it goes. Now, the Speaker, under the general authority of the Speaker, Rule 7, yes, Rule 7, where the Speaker has general authority, can determine where a sitting can be. That's how we got Kororo. That's how we used to go to Serena. I can't remember when we had a motion here where you would first debate and say we've made a resolution, we go, we sit here and there and there. But our role will be to ensure that indeed we bring everyone on board. And I know yesterday there are MPs who are not happy that I denied them a chance to respond to ROP. Please, these are our issues internally. This shouldn't be an issue of debate here. MPs start pointing on each other. You're benefiting, you're not. Please, let's take it easy. Then we shall guide you next week. We shall guide you next week. Let's move on from this issue. Honorable Felix, let's move on from this issue. Let's get our elder who has been here longer than
3 months ago. The Speaker and the staff of Parliament invited members of the Greater North Parliamentary Group, especially from West Nile, Acholi, Lango, and Karamoja. We had a meeting down in our conference hall to inform us about the planned program of Parliament having sessions in the North. All members from the North were invited. And we were informed that the meeting is going to be in Gulu. And the reason is to take Parliament to the people. The second is that we need visibility. That is what we are informed, that as Parliament, we also need to be visible with the people, because the power belongs to the people. Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Guzuru, point of order. Honorable First, there is a point of order.
Mr. Speaker, Honorable Okot is a very respected member of this House. He has alleged here that all the members of Parliament from northern Uganda and including West Nile, where I belong, were invited. I'm not privy to any such invitation. I've checked my pigeonhole. I do not have such invitation. Is it in order for a member to impute that I, as a member of Parliament, received an invitation when I have not received that invitation?
Thank you. Honorable colleague, not receiving the invitation doesn't mean you are not invited. Okay. Because, honorable colleagues, because I remember I'm the one, the speaker delegated chair that meeting. I'm the one who chaired that meeting. Now, because it was a short notice, so what we did, we invited members through your associations, because you belong to groups. Northern Uganda, Honorable Achori, Honorable Kor, Lango, Honorable Tone Ayo, and okay, because it was just a consultative meeting. So, if that wasn't done properly, we are sorry. Honorable Guzuri, if that wasn't done properly, we are sorry. Next time we shall do it. But no, for the record, for Honorable Felix Okotogong knows we invited all. Yeah, so we can't say we invited some and we didn't invite others. Okay? But the way we did it, the chairpersons might not have reached out to all of you at once. Okay? Yeah. So conclude, Honorable.
Mr. Speaker, Parliament belongs to the people. And having meetings closer to our people is not wrong at all. And I would like to appeal to members of Parliament, let us not politicize this exercise. That is my appeal to members of Parliament. Whatever we say undermines the power and of our Parliament. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, I want to inform members that actually we were informed, we are invited for this meeting, and maybe, Mr. Speaker, you can extend invitation to other members so that they are fully informed.
Thank you. Now, honorable colleagues, the presiding officer will guide you on where the session of 27th, 28th, and 29th will be. And it will be gazetted. It will be formally gazetted. That's how, and proclaimed. Let us stop on this matter, honorable colleagues. Honorable Samuju.
Honorable Speaker, for the Minister for Local Government was introduced also as acting Chief Whip. Mr. Speaker, I also refer to one of my issues I raised with you recently when you were assigned by the Minister of Education. Yet in the hierarchy, you are higher than ministers. We seem, Mr. Speaker, to have a problem, and we need to be reassured that the government is still functioning as a government. The minister, the president of Gabon, has been in the country. This country has a hierarchy of the president, vice president, prime minister, the side of the executive. But the president of Gabon is made to trek a whole journey to Gulu to go and meet President Yoweri Museveni's younger brother, Salim Saleh. A whole president of a country. And what they were discussing are issues of government, that on agriculture you go to my younger brother. Can we be told what position does Saleh hold? Is he the number 2 in the country? Is he number 3? Is he number 4? That you get a whole visiting head of state. You remember we nearly had problems here when Garanga crashed in a helicopter. So can we be told, because I have also seen the vice president and the prime minister also trekking to Guru to go and meet a person they should be supervising. So can we be told what position does General Saleh hold, such that visiting heads of state, if they don't see his elder brother, they go to see him, such that if a vice president and prime minister, when they are appointed, they go to visit him and not. So can we be told? Because that time, Mr. Speaker, I told you I fear by you may end up one day.
Thank you. Thank you. So, colleagues, what Honorable Semuju has raised brings me to one day. I happen to know President Kibaki. So when we were hosting him here, when the government was hosting him here, on his schedule, he requested that there is someone he wants to see. And he wants to go to his home. And that was the late John Nagenda. The government made arrangements. President Kibaki came, did all state functions he needed to do, and he went to visit a personal friend on whom he reached. No ADC, no nothing. They talked about their time. I happen to know a little bit about the visit of the president of Gabon. And one of his closest friends and the people he admires most, among the people is General Salim Saleh. He made that special request that he wanted to visit General Saleh as a friend. Now, it is uncourteous for a government to say, no, you can't go and visit General Saleh because he's the brother of the president. It would send a wrong message. So I request you, honorable colleagues, you better befriend presidents so that when they are coming here, they put you on their itinerary and the state will allow. I'm very, very sure if the president of Gabon had chosen Honorable Semuju, it would have been facilitated properly to visit him. Next item.